and welcome to episode 7 of Wide Plus TV. I'm Tony and I'll be your host. I'm the marketing manager at Wide Plus. In every episode of Wide Plus TV, we'll be exposing marketing secrets, insider knowledge, and business advice and lessons that we've learned through the creation of Wide Plus. Wide Plus TV is your chance to take a little bit of time out of the day and to join me in discussion about the marketing world. Even if you don't want to join in, using the hashtag #TeaBreak, you can still take some time away from your work and see what we have to say. We need you to share your most pressing marketing questions with us, to share the word about Wide Plus TV, and also to take part. Yes, we will also want to interview marketers, business owners and influencers on this channel. If you do want to join in, send an email to hello@wiredplus.com. So moving on to this week's marketing hack. Now, this week's hack is on lead generation, and it's to use click pop-ups on your landing pages. So rather than using a form, try a button and a click pop-up as your call to action. People can shy away from forms, especially when they see when there's a lot of form fields that are required. In the example on screen, we've only got 4 fields, but still that might be enough to put people off. So if you can ease them into it with a call to action button and then give them the pop-up form in that format, it can sometimes help increase overall conversions, and conversions on lead capture forms mean new lead generation opportunities. So moving on to our marketing strategy section, now we'll be discussing landing page optimisation as I promised last week. So first of all, what exactly is landing page optimisation? Well, it's the process that you go through to increase conversions on a landing page by improving elements on that particular page. So why do you need it? Well, no matter what channels you use for your online marketing, you are going to be using landing pages, even if you don't recognise them as that. Any page that you're sending traffic to, whose main goal is to either capture leads or generate sales or conversions, is a landing page. How many of your current pages have you created for that specific purpose? Hopefully you've got at least a couple. If not, where are you capturing your leads and getting your conversions from online? Leave a comment below to let us know if that is the case. Now, more often than not, landing pages are used for paid campaigns. So a lot of money and resources usually spent driving traffic to them. Because landing pages focus on those types of conversions, you can improve your results significantly by improving their performance. Optimising a landing page ensures that you achieve the highest possible conversion rate from the visitors who do arrive at that particular page. Now, as you can see on screen, landing page optimisation can help you lower your customer acquisition costs. It helps you acquire more customers and leads, and also maximises the value of your ad spend at the same time. So how do you get started with it? Well, first of all, there are 2 key areas that you need to focus on when optimising landing pages. The first is actually optimising the page for specific traffic. Now, this isn't discussed as often as the more technical aspects of landing page optimisation, which is the second point that we'll be making here. But they do play a massive part in the success of landing pages. Traffic from your different sources is likely to perform differently based on where it's come from. The second one, as I say, is optimising the actual page content itself. Now, these are commonly discussed in landing page optimisation tips, articles, videos, you name it. There's millions of results online when you search. You'll see things like split testing, templates, colour theory, and a host of other terms being mentioned under this particular area. So let's look at each of these 2 areas in turn in a little bit more depth. So first of all, optimising for specific traffic. Now, before you start looking at creating landing page structures, layouts, branding, you need to know more about your own traffic. Marketing teams are generally juggling a large number of platforms and marketing channels, so it's important that they get to know the different requirements for visitors from each one when they're building landing pages. So let me explain with a brief example. Say you are a retailer specialising in selling coats, as you can see on screen there. You might be promoting your products through Google AdWords, usually is the case, and promoting posts on, say, Instagram or Pinterest. Now, say that you're targeting the keyword warm coats on AdWords itself. The landing page experience needs to align with the messaging from those ads and the search intent of the user, so it's one continuous chain. Now, you might want to mention what seasons your coats are most suitable for, and how the person wearing that coat might feel in different temperatures, because obviously they're searching for the term warm coats. Now, potential customers from Instagram and Pinterest might be more interested in how fashionable the coats are or which celebrity wears similar items. Now, a landing page that's got to convert for this traffic would need completely different imagery and messaging, as well as some sort of social proof. So think things like endorsements or influencer input of one description as well. So that is a very basic example. The same product set, but two different traffic sources, meaning two different styles of landing page. This example might not seem to fit with your own industry, your products or your sector, which is usually the case when you see an example that comes from retail if you're not a retailer. But you can be assured that no matter what you're offering, this tactic can be applied. You might need to think a bit out of the box to find your different approaches for those landing pages, but be assured that you will find them if you dig deep enough. If you are struggling with that, why not leave a comment below? We'll help you out and the audience will help you out. In fact, leave a comment down there anyway so that we know that you've actually called by. So, now that you've identified what traffic from each channel needs to experience on your landing pages, you can move on to optimising the page content itself. Now, this is one of the most talked about and documented topics when it comes to the overall topic of landing pages. Every expert and pundit has a magic trick or a silver bullet to guarantee high conversions on landing pages. You'll have seen them advertising things like download this template and increase conversions by thousands of %, or this landing page generated millions of pounds worth of revenue, get your copy now, that sort of thing. It goes on and on and on and on. I've no doubt that some of the templates available have had some form of success. They usually tend to be sort of self-fulfilling layouts though, to be perfectly honest. But if there was one layout or template that worked for every purpose, you would only ever see that one being used. So you can be sure that it's not a one and done, there's no magic tricks to it. A quick search on your favourite search engine for landing page optimisation will bring you a wealth of useful resources and downloads and resource and templates as well. There are far too many examples out there for you to copy. But basically, we've boiled down all of that advice into a list of the main things that you need to consider when looking to optimise your landing pages. So, first of all, you need one goal per page. As you do with your email marketing campaigns, there needs to be one sole reason for the landing page to exist. High conversion landing pages are just that because they're created with one purpose in mind. They don't get confused. The traffic hitting that landing page needs to be completely aware of why they're there and what they're going to get out of the visit, and that should carry on from the messaging in the advertising, which matches the messaging from the search intent that they're looking for if it's a paid advertising or even an organic search that they're going through to find your pages. So first of all, you need to give the page a purpose and stick to that with your imagery and your messaging. You've got to keep that one goal in mind. Don't try and do too much. You then need to limit distractions on that page. So this obviously works alongside the first point that I've just mentioned. High converting landing pages seldom have navigation bars or links to any other pages, apart from probably a thank you page after the completion of the forms or the conversion itself. Clear and concise messaging and keeping forms as short as you can get away with will ensure that conversions are optimised. If you give somebody an opportunity to leave that landing page to get more information or to find out something else, there's a good chance they're going to leave. The purpose for the landing page is that one goal, and there's no point in giving them distractions and letting them go elsewhere. If they're hitting that page, they've hit it because they've searched with an intent, they've found your advert or the meta descriptions if it's an organic page. They've found the reason why they want to be there. They've found the answer to the problem. They're hitting your page because they just want to either convert or give you the details. So make it straightforward to them. Limit those distractions. You also need clear and consistent messaging. So powerful and effective headlines are vital to the success of landing pages. So you need to test them alongside calls to action as well, and match the language that your visitors are using to describe what they're looking for. And that all goes back up the chain then from the landing page back to the advert. That messaging needs to be consistent and the search intent needs to be consistent as well. So this includes maintaining consistency of messaging across from ads to landing pages. You also need to get your value proposition across at every stage and watch your conversion rates rise as a result of that. So it's all about getting the value in there and just giving them the information they need to convert. Don't try and oversell in most cases. Keep it clear, keep it consistent, one goal per page and no distractions. So what you could do there is consider testing long copy and short copy versions of landing pages. Although the concise and shorter ones tend to do best, it depends on how warm or cold a visitor is to your page as to whether they might need more copy to convince them to that conversion stage. And you'll only know that by split testing and testing as you go along. So the next point is to establish trust and credibility. Now, we've all seen those long sales pages that seem to scroll forever. In a lot of cases, these pages are making a lot of noise, but aren't necessarily building up a lot of trust in that brand. It doesn't mean to say that long copy can't build trust and credibility, though. So you need to run split tests, such as adding other customer logos as a testimonial, referral links, any partner logos, add customer quotes or testimonials again, maybe add case studies, video case studies, that sort of thing, or interviews with customers if it's a product related to that. Consider putting reviews on those landing pages as well, or any other forms of social proof on your landing pages too, and that gives you a way of building up a little bit more trust and credibility in your brand and your products and your services. Sometimes all you need to do is add a phone number or those trusted by badges that you can get for your website, like the VeriSign examples. And that really just gives potential customers the fact they can trust that you're running a legitimate business and they're not going to get scammed. By testing what's working and what isn't as an ongoing priority, you will be able to make better decisions on the landing page optimization, and that ultimately raises conversion rates. And finally, you need to speed up your landing pages. Slow load times cause high bounce rates and abandon rates. It's well known right across landing pages and websites as well. For a landing page to do its job, you need people to stay around on it long enough to see and understand your value proposition before then giving them time to decide to convert as well. Landing pages shouldn't be so large that they suffer from bloat, such as ridiculously large image files and huge amounts of code running in the background. If you keep the landing page as simple as you can with that one goal in mind, you're likely to reduce the load times. Now, you can use a couple of tools to help work out whether you need to look at this as a priority. The first tool you can check your landing page speeds and your website speeds is the Google Page Speed Insights, which you can find on the link on screen there. And there's also the GT Metrics tool as well, which does a very similar thing. That's a speed checker, and both of them give you the ability to identify any potential issues with load times on those pages, and they also give you hints and tips on what to do to speed them up. So those key points we've just mentioned, you need to consider them when building and optimizing your landing pages, but the most important thing is to never forget that the most important consideration of all needs to be the people landing on those pages. If you give them the best experience that you can by delivering on the promise of the ads or content that's leading them to that page, that's all it is. The better the user experience, the more relevant it is to the reason why they're on that page, the more likely they are to convert. So to finish off this strategy section, I'll quickly mention some helpful tools that we use when optimizing landing pages. Basically, there's just two tools, one of which you're probably using already. The first, as you can see there, is a product called Hotjar. There's a free account available as well, which does give you a sort of limited resource, but you can obviously go through the upgrade options as well. And what it does is it lets you identify user behaviours on your specific landing pages or your website in general if you want to do it as a broader suite. You can see things like clicks, scrolls. You can also see heat maps for your landing pages, along with recordings of actual visitors that are on each page as well. And you can watch those over and over to see if there's any particular trends of behaviour that you see on site. It shows you how far the users are scrolling down your landing pages. So if you've noticed that they're not scrolling down below the fold, you need to get all the important information above that fold, which is usually best practice anyway. But if you're using the longer landing pages, then you might need to readjust and change the layout to give them the info to convert a little bit sooner on the page. So Hotjar is definitely worth having a look at. All you need to do is go on there, set up your free account to start with. As I say, there are some limitations on the reporting you can get from the free account. You just embed a little bit of code onto your website or your landing pages themselves, and then set up the experiments, and it will start tracking for you on Hotjar itself. The second tool we use, believe it or not, is Google Analytics. It's an amazing tool. It can be used for more than just looking at website visitors. You can use it to analyse really, really in depth the landing page experience as well, using things like the behaviour flows and that side of things. You can also run experiments to split test different landing pages as well, using a combination of your AdWords and the Google Analytics. So you can really filter down exactly what landing pages are working and which ones aren't. In the Google Analytics product, you can also create funnel reports to identify where in your pipeline visitors are falling off that pipeline or out of your funnel as well. So 2 tools there, one of which, as I say, you're likely using, being Google Analytics. Certainly worth a look at when you're looking at optimising your landing pages. So let us know how your landing pages are performing. Leave a comment below and we'll all have a look and see what you've been doing. So finally, an update on the Wired Plus journey. It's been another crazy week. We've been working this week on our content distribution plan. We spent quite a bit of time analysing the performance of the content on our marketing hub. If you haven't had a chance to have a look at that yet, go to wiredplus.com/hub. Have a look through there. We've got loads of downloadable resources. There's webinars on there. We've got the daily blog posts. We've also got Wired Plus TV and the Wired Plus journey for you to follow there as well. Now, although our content is in depth and it offers value to every reader, we realised that we weren't doing quite enough to get it distributed, so that more readers can get the benefits from the tips, advice and knowledge that we're sharing. Just as in the film The Field of Dreams, we were building it. The problem was people just weren't coming to it. Well, not quite in enough numbers for us to be happy anyway. Brian Fanzo also mentioned this in a recent presentation as well. I think it was South by Southwest. And he said that the days of Field of Dreams marketing is over. You can't just rely on good quality content to be found these days. You need to actively push it out. There's an awful lot of competition out there for all levels of content now. And there's only so many people for your content to get in front of. We've created a content distribution plan template for you to download if you're interested, and it certainly will help you out get structured on that distribution side of things. If you would like a copy, leave a comment below and we'll give you some instructions on how to get that free copy of the template itself. So as we've mentioned previously, if you're not using the Wired Plus platform already, we are offering a free trial to all of our Wired Plus TV viewers. Just follow the link on screen there or go to wiredplus.com and click on sign up for free. We are giving you a 14-day free trial. We're not asking for any payment details or anything like that. It's just a good chance to have a look at what the platform does and to see what you might be missing out on your existing platforms as far as being able to use all the data that you've got alongside the marketing tools as well. And it enables you to make better decisions when it comes to your marketing. It's not a case of it's a standalone platform, although it could be used for that. It's also built to work alongside any other platforms that you've got, so you can drag that data into one place, analyze it, identify new opportunities that are there, trigger email marketing messaging for argument's sake out of it as well. There's also a very powerful CRM functionality in there too, so you can align your sales and marketing teams with task and event management and note taking and all that you'd expect from a CRM as well. There's an awful lot more benefits than that. I'm not going to sit here and go through a full sales pitch for you. So sign up for a free trial. It's not going to cost you anything at all. It's just a chance to have a look and see what other things you might be missing from your existing setup. So that's it for today's show. In the next episode, we will be talking about closed-loop marketing in the strategy section. We'll be going through and giving you some information on a great content marketing hack. And we'll also be giving you some more updates from our journey to disrupt the marketing software industry. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to make sure that you don't miss the next episode. Also, if you go on to the wiredplus.com hub, you can also see the previous episodes that we've had as well. So get caught up there too. Don't forget to subscribe to Wired Plus TV as well, so we can make sure that you're always receiving everything as and when we publish those posts out. So as always, thanks for joining me today. I hope you can join me again next time. Until then, happy marketing and bye for now.